Right. This is your class text, grade 11, chapter 10, choices in life. Reading, read the following descriptions. Okay. Rizwan from Betikalova. Betikalova again, Madakalapu. I want to be an expert in information technology. Right? The first sentence. I want කියන්නේ අවශ්‍යයි. Expert. Expert කියන්නේ ප්‍රවීණයෙක් නැත්නම් දක්ෂයෙක්ගේ ශේෂ්ත්‍රයේ. ප්‍රවීණයෙක්. Information technology. තොරතුරු තාක්ෂණය. Technology කියන්නේ තාක්ෂණය. Okay. After OLs, I will have to follow either biological or physical science for my ALs with physics as a compulsory subject. या භෞතික විද්‍යාවට ආසයි. Physics කියලා කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා. භෞතික විද්‍යාව කියන එක. විද්‍යාව. Sorry, but my Sinhala handwriting is a bit horrific. I will have to follow. Follow කියන්නේ අධ්‍යයනය කරනවා නැත්නම් ඉගෙනගෙන යනවා කියන එක. Either කියන්නේ මේ දෙකෙන් එකක්. මොකද්ද? දෙකම කරන්න බෑනේ ඒල්ස් වලට. Biological කියන්නේ ජීව විද්‍යාව කියන එක. Biological science ජීව විද්‍යාව. Physical science කියන්නේ භෞතික විද්‍යාව. භෞතික විද්‍යා අධ්‍යයන ශාස්ත්‍රය. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔය මැත්ස් කරපු ළමයි කරන විෂය ශාස්ත්‍රය. One combined math subject plus chemistry plus physics. Okay, ඔගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා. As a compulsory subject. Compulsory කියන්නේ අනිවාර්ය. Right? එතකොට chemistry physics දෙක ඔය ශාස්ත්‍ර දෙකේම ළමයිට අනිවාර්ය විෂය. Right? I would like to enter the faculty of information. Faculty කියන්නේ පීඨය කියන එක ඔය විශ්වවිද්‍යාලවල තියෙනවා. Information technology at the University of Moratuwa. Moratuwa campus එක බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ. However, එහෙම වුණත් I need to improve my English. Improve කියන්නේ වැඩි දියුණු කිරීම කියන එක. ඒ තියෙන අඩුපාඩු හදා ගන්නවා. Right? My English as the lectures are conducted only in English. Lectures කියන්නේ දේශන. Okay. ERS කියන්නේ lecturers කියන්නේ දේශකයෝ, lectures කියන්නේ දේශන. Conducted කියන්නේ මෙහෙවීම. passive වලින් දීලා තියෙනවා. In English. Okay, ඔන්න රිස්වාන්ගේ විස්තරය. Right? Moving on. Amali from Kurunagala. We'll see what she needs. Okay. My ambition කියන්නේ බලාපොරොත්තුව. To become a qualified musician. Qualify. සුදුසුකම් ලත් කියන එක. Musician. සංගීතඥයා කියන අර්ථය. I'm very interested. උනන්දුවක් දක්වනවා. In Eastern music. She loves Eastern music. පෙරදිග සංගීතයට කැමතියි. I hope to continue studying this subject for my IELTS. මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. Hope කියන්නේ බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. Ambition බලාපොරොත්තුව, hope කියන්නේ බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන another word. Right? Continue කියන්නේ සම්පූර්ණ කරනවා, දිගට කරගෙන යනවා කියන එක. අපි OLs කරපු, දැන් commerce කරන ළමයි commerce කරපු එක they continue the rest in AS. Right? Like that. Studying අධ්‍යයනය. This subject for my IELTS. IELTS වලට music කරන්න කැමති. Right? Which means I will have to follow the art stream. මේගොල්ලෝ අයිති වෙන්නේ art stream, arts ක්ෂේත්‍රයට, arts stream එකේ යන අය. Right? I qualify to enter the university. සුදුසුකම් ලබනවා. I will have to qualified කියන්නේ සුදුසුකම් ලත්. Qualify means it's a ක්‍රියාපදයක්. Right? I will have to face an aptitude test held by the University of Visual and Performing Arts. ඒ කියන්නේ යුනිවර්සිටි එකෙන් තියෙන aptitude test එකක්. ඒක තෝරාගැනීම් විභාගයකට මුහුණ දෙන්න වෙනවා. Right? Okay. Then the next one, we'll see what he or she needs. Right. Venura from Gaul. Right, what he needs. I would like to engage in self-employment one day. අය ව්‍යාපාරිකයෙක් නැත්නම් තමුන්ගේ ශේත්‍රයේ තමුන් he likes to be on his own right like අර කියන්නේ be your own boss කියලා. ඒ වගේ. අනිත් අය යටතේ වැඩ කරන්න කැමති නෑ. එයාගේ දෙයක් කරගන්න කැමතියි. I like agriculture. Agriculture කියන්නේ කෘෂි කර්මාන්තය. හොඳ ශේත්‍රයක්. වර්තමානයේ මම හිතන්නේ ගොඩාක් ඥාන විද්‍යාත්මකව දිනු වෙච්ච ප්‍රොඩක්ට්ස් ඉස්සරහට එයි. කෘෂි කර්මාන්තය. I wish to follow the biological science. එයා කැමති බයෝ කරන්න ඒකින්ද stream for my ALs. I need to get at least a credit pass for my OLs. Credit pass for science. විද්‍යාවට එයා C එකක්වත් ගන්න හිතාගෙන ඉන්නවා. Right. I will study agriculture instead of physics for my AL stream. Physics ටිකක් අමාරු subject එකක් හින්දා agriculture හොඳ විකල්පයක් ළමයිට. Right. Okay. Right. Moving on. Next guy is Vikum from Anuradhapura. Right. We'll see what he needs. My ambition එයාගේ බලාපොරොත්තුව is to be a businessman one day. ව්‍යාපාරිකයෙක් වෙන්න කැමති. ව්‍යාපාරිකයා. Therefore, it's better to study commerce subjects. Commerce කියන්නේ වාණිජ විෂය. Okay, for my ALs. If I get good results, හොඳ ප්‍රතිඵල ගන්නවා. Results කියන්නේ ප්‍රතිඵල. I can obtain a degree. Obtain කියන්නේ ලබා ගන්නවා. Achieve කියන්නේත් ඒකම තමයි. A degree in commerce from a number of universities in Sri Lanka. Commerce degrees ඕන තරම් හැම විශ්වවිද්‍යාලෙම වගේ තියෙනවා. Right? I hope to obtain other professional qualifications. Professional qualifications. වෘත්තීය සුදුසුකම්. In accounting too. Accounting කියන්නේ ගිණුම් කරන්නේ. ගණකාධිකරණය එහෙම නෙමෙයි. Right. Next one, Yogeshwaran from Norelia. Right. A Tamil guy. Right. We'll see what he needs. Right. I would like to follow the science and technology subject stream in order to be a technician one day. He likes to be a technician. Takshana Shilpi. Specialized in technology. Okay. I have to get at least a credit pass for science at OLs. Right? I don't score sufficient marks to enter university. So that guy, he doesn't have to work that hard. Okay, just a credit pass, right? But not that university level marks. I can apply either to Univotech, Ceylon, German Technical Training Institute or the Automobile Engineering Training Institute at Orugudavatta. Okay, German Tech Automobile Training Institute. ඒ කියන්නේ automobile කියන්නේ වාහන. Engineering. වාහන ඉංජිනේරු විද්‍යාව. However, if I don't succeed at the examination, succeed කියන්නේ සාර්ථක වෙනවා. Examination විභාගය. I still apply for National Vocational Qualification Level 3 NVQ Level 3 කියලා කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ. ඕක. Right. All right. Now we'll see the questions given. Moving on. Filling the following table. Right. Discuss. සාකච්ඡා කරන්න. Discuss කියන්නේ, so the instructions are golden always, right? Read it out carefully. Discuss කියන්නේ සාකච්ඡා කිරීම. With your teacher, ගුරුවරයාත් එක්ක. When you fill the requirements, අවශ්‍යතා. Needed. Ordinary level examination. Right. දැන් OLs වලට මොනවද මේගොල්ලන්ට අවශ්‍ය දේවල් කියලා ටීචර්ත් එක්ක මේක ටේබල් එක ෆිල් කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. Okay, right. So who are the names? 4 people: Amali, Venura, Vikum, Amali, Venura, Vikum, and Yogeshwaran from Noreli. Okay, we'll see. Amali from where? The first person, I think. Amali. No, the second person, I'm sorry. What are the requirements here? Okay. Requirements at OLs, requirements at ALs, or after, right? Then they are doing OLs now, right? Then what they're expecting in their ALs and thereafter, and what is their future plan, ambition, goal, right? So Rizwan, obtaining the Rizwan is the first person, which is already done for you, right? He needs to obtain a credit pass or distinction for his English, right? And the requirements after ALs, he's going to follow biological or physical science, or that's a university entrance. Obtaining an A for B pass for physics. It's a compulsory if he's intending to enter the university. To be an expert in information technology, he's interested in IT field, right? Amal is the second person, right? What she needs, read it from the text, right? My ambition is to become a qualified musician. I'm very interested in Eastern music. I hope to continue studying this subject for my ALs, which means I will have to follow the art stream. If I qualify to enter the university, I will have to face an aptitude test held by the University of Visual and Performing Arts. Okay, right. Now we'll see how this should be filled. Okay. Requirements at OLs, right? And requirements at ALs. I hope to continue studying this subject for ALs, studying music for ALs, which means I will have to follow the art stream. If I qualify to enter the university, I will have to face an aptitude test. Okay. If she is qualified, still she needs to go through an aptitude test held by the University of Visual and performing arts. Okay, so how do we feel this? Okay, what is her ambition? She needs to be a qualified musician. Okay, requirements at ALS or after. Okay, she needs to uh, get through THROUGH in art stream. Okay, requirements at OS, a credit pass. It's not given as it is, I think. Yeah. So you just say a credit pass for in music, Eastern music, you better say. Right? Then we will see what the next guy, Venura, needs. Right, I would like to engage in self-employment one day. I like agriculture. I wish to follow the biological science stream for years. I need to get at least a credit pass for science at OLs. I will study agriculture instead of physics for my ALS exam. Okay, we'll see what should be written on the table below. Right, Venura. He needs a credit pass in science, CIE and CE, right? And the requirements at ALS or after, right? What it says. Right, you better write here, self-employed. Right, requirements need to study agriculture. Okay, right, then what next? We go. From Anuradhapura. My ambition is to be a businessman one day. Therefore, it's better to study commerce subjects for ALs. If I get good results, I can obtain a degree in commerce from a number of universities in Sri Lanka. I hope to obtain other professional qualifications in accounting too. right? So what he needs to be a businessman, right? And if he get good results, he can enter to a university for a degree, right? So what's his future plan? Uh, to become a businessman, right? Obtaining a credit pass for commerce. After else or after he needs a qualification, actually a professional qualification. Can't write much here, no space. Qualification plus a degree, right? Last person is Yogeshwaran from Noralia. I would like to follow the science and technology subject stream in order to be a technician one day. I have to get at least a credit pass for science. I don't score sufficient. If I don't score sufficient marks to enter university, I can apply either to. He has many options. Okay, German Tech, Unimotech, or NVQ level 3. Okay, so he is not having much pressure, right? Credit pass in science. Okay, NVQ level 3 or equivalent. Equivalent means ඒ හා සමාන සුදුසුකමක්. His ambition is to become a technician. Okay, that's it. Right. Setting your personal goals. The text is given. If you want to live a happy life, tie to a goal, not to people or things. Albert Einstein said that, right? It's a dream until you write it down and then it's a goal, right? So just dreaming won't work. Then you need to work on that hard, unless otherwise you will never achieve it. Okay, setting your goals is the process of having a clear vision about your ideal future, right? Setting කියන්නේ සකස් කර ගැනීම. Your goals කියන්නේ ඔගොල්ලෝ achieve කරන්න ඕන දේවල්, අත්පත් කරගන්න ඕන දේවල්, your ambition. ඔගොල්ලන්ගේ මොකක්ද අනාගත බලාපොරොත්තු මම මේ කාලෙදි මේ දේ කරනවා, මේ කාලෙදි මේ දේ achieve කරනවා. Is the process කියන්නේ ක්‍රියාදාමය of having a clear vision. දර්ශනය නැත්තම් දෘෂ්ටිය කියන එක. About your ideal future. අනාගතය. And motivating yourselves. Motivating කියන්නේ සමානව තම උත්සාහ කරනවා. කැප වෙනවා වෙනුවෙන් කියන එක. Yourselves to turn your vision into a reality. දැන් මේව දැක දැක ඉඳලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. You need to start working on it. Okay? It helps you to choose where you want to go in life when you know precisely. Right? Precisely කියන්නේ හරියටම. What you want to achieve. Obtain කියන එකමයි. You know ලබා ගැනීම. Where you have to focus. ෆෝකස් කියන්නේ සාන්ද්‍රණය කරනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් තමුන්ගේ මුළු ස්ට්‍රෙන්ත් එකම ඒකට දෙනවා කියන එක. Right? Your efforts. Your efforts කියන්නේ උත්සාහය. You will also identify හඳුනා ගන්නවා. හඳුනා ගැනීමේ ක්‍රියාව. The distractions. Distractions කියන්නේ බාධක. Derailments කියන්නේ ඔයාගේ track එකකින් අයින් කරලා පැත්තකට කරලා දාලා තිනවා. Distract කියන්නේ ඒක. That might lead you astray. That might lead you. Lead කියන්නේ ප්‍රධාන වෙනවා. Astray and correct them. Astray කියන්නේ පැත්තකට කරලා දානවා. And correct them before it's too late. Right? Correct them කියන්නේ then once you distracted then you get the track again. Right? ආයෙ ඔයා retrack කරන්න ඔයා දැනගන්න ඕනේ. කරගන්න ඔයා දැනගන්න ඕනේ. Right? Before it's too late. First, start your process of setting personal goals. ඉස්සෙල්ලාම ඔයාගේ goal එක ඔයා හදා ගන්න ඕනේ. By brainstorming. Brainstorming කියන්නේ ඔයාගේ අදහස් ඔක්කොම එකතු කරලා හොඳට හිතලා බලලා, right? ඔයාගේ අදහස් ඔක්කොම ගැන හිතලා and writing down, right? What you really enjoy doing. ඔයා මොනවද වැඩි ප්‍රිය කරන්නේ? Then evaluate each activity. Evaluate කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? අපි ඒවට value කරලා බලනවා. Right? Each activity. ක්‍රියාවන්. Narrow down your list. ඉතින් අපිට ඔක්කොම කරන්න බෑ. Right? Example, like if you select engineering, you can't do medicine like that. You narrow down your list and identify what you really want to do. Right? Make sure that goals that you have set are the ones that you genuinely want to achieve. Right? Genuinely කියන්නේ originally. එහෙම නැත්නම් genuinely කියලා කියන්නේ ඇත්තටම කියන එක. සත්‍ය කියන එක. Right? If you really want to be a doctor, like then don't think about others like that. If you really need to be a qualified accountant, right, then you need to forego the others, right? Want to achieve, obtain කියන එක. Not ones that your parents, family or others might want you to achieve, right? අනිත් අයගේ දේවල් නෙමෙයි. දැන් ගෙදර අනිත් කට්ටිය push කරනවා නම් then you need to be a doctor කියලා. But if you are not really interested, right, then forget it. ඒක තමයි කියන්නේ. Right. Finally, break down your goals into smaller objectives. Right? Smaller objectives with a clear time frame and work towards achieving this goal. Then objective 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Then if you want to be a doctor example, right, then you need to get through in your OLs, then ALs, right, then university, right, then after getting the degree, then the intern, like that. These are the objectives. Okay. Achieving these small objectives within the time frame, then you need to set the time. Right? Every time you achieve a small objective, you will be self-confident. Atma Vishwase. And motivated to achieve your lifetime goals. Lifetime goals. ජීවිතේ අනිකුත් අභියෝගයක් නැත්තම් achieve කරන්න ඕන දේවල්. Right. Okay, then you need to fill this up. Okay. Okay, then how we need to fill this? All right. First step. First step is supposed to be brainstorm. That's not visible, right? I'll use another color like this. Brainstorm ideas and write down. Okay, the second step supposed to be evaluate those, right? Third step, narrow down your list, right? Then the next step, break down it into smaller objectives, right? So like that. So as I told you, you can break it down. Okay. For example, I took it early, right? To become a doctor, right? First, you need to get through in your OLs, right? Then ALs, right? Then the university, 5 years. Okay, like that, right? Doctor. Oh my God, come on. Oh, it's not working. I'm sorry. Right? So, to become a doctor, you need to have have you gone through your OLs and ALs, then 5 years in the university, and then internship, and then finally, then you need to get your appointment as a doctor. So like that, those are the objectives. Okay, and then the we were stuck somewhere here. right, break down into small objectives, right? And then the next stage is the motivation, right? Then goal achieved. This is how you work on it. All right. Then right. Next, enjoy the following cartoon. Now, how Calvin expresses his need using future tense, right? Future tense. Uh, I will need, I want. Okay. So in future tense, actually, you get if you put it onto your framework, four sentences types, four patterns, right? Simple future, present continuous, uh, future perfect continuous, and future perfect. Okay. Remember those 12 sentences categories. All right. So what you get is like simple future, future continuous. Okay. Future perfect. Then last category, future perfect continuous. All right. If I take an example, right, I will go home. I'll be going home. I will have gone home. I here future perfect continuous. Okay, so basically these two are the main focus here, right? Right. Then we'll right then the you have a question, Calvin. Yes. What assurance uh, do I have that this education is adequately preparing me for the 21st century? Right? Education කියන්නේ අධ්‍යාපනය adequately ප්‍රමාණවත් ලෙස adequate, sufficient, enough, same meaning, right? Am I getting the skills? Skills කියන්නේ කුසලතා. I need to effectively compete in a tough global economy. Compete කියන්නේ තරඟ කරනවා. Effectively සාර්ථක ලෙස දැඩිව කියන එක, right? Compete තරඟ කරනවා. Tough global economy. දැඩි ලෝකයේ ආර්ථික ගැන කිව්වොත් එහෙම it's like a tight economy, right? You need everything but your cash is limited. I want a high paying job when I get out of here. I want opportunity, right? Not only a high paid job, right? So you won't get jobs, high paying jobs if there are no opportunities, right? So you need jobs plus opportunities both. So unless otherwise, you will see the jobless graduates are protesting on the road. right? In that case, young man, I suggest, right? Here, you start working hard. What you get out of school um, depends on what you put into it, right? So if you need to get out of your school as a successful person, you need to work hard. Unless otherwise, you will have to walk away empty-handed, right? Then forget it, or then forget it, right? So once you achieve your goal, right, then enjoy it and forget it, right? So that's how the life goes on. Okay, so you achieve it or forget it, or don't achieve, then forget it. Either way, it's all in your hands. Right, then revision point, future tense. The simple future tense is usually used to express a single act in future time. The school will reopen on September 2nd. Right, so always simple category, right? There are four patterns, right? What are sentences patterns, right? Simple, continuous, perfect, perfect, continuous. Right, then when you put through all four categories into three times, present, past, and future. Four patterns, right? Three times, right? Four times three, you get 12 sentences. Actually, these are categories. So how you get it, right? Simple present, right? Simple past, simple future. Okay, present continuous, past continuous, future continuous. Okay, then present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, right? Then future perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and present perfect continuous. All right, that's how you get the 12 categories. All right, then here they just remind you two categories, right? Simple present, sorry, simple future and future continuous. Okay, future continuous tense is usually used to express an action which will be in progress at a particular time in the future. Example, we will be answering our English paper at this time tomorrow, right? Then today you have maths and tomorrow you have English, right? At the same time, both are starting on the timetable. Then you can say, we will be answering our English paper at this time tomorrow, right? That's a practical application of that category. All right. Future perfect tense is usually used to express an action that will be completed before some point in the future. We had better hurry up, or else our train will have left therefore. We reach the left before we reach the station. අපි ඉක්මන් කරේ නැත්තම් මොකද වෙන්නේ කෝච්චිය යයි අපි එන්න කලින්. Right? Actually, four categories are given here. Right? The future perfect continuous tense is used much like the future perfect. But one of the action is likely to continue beyond the other. This is a fair long book, and I have read only half of it. In fact, by tomorrow I will have been reading it for 3 days. Okay, I will have been. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔගොල්ලෝ මෙච්චර කලුත් කරලා වර්තමානයේත් කරලා අනාගතයටත් කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන දේවල්. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔගොල්ලෝ නිරත වීගෙන ඉන්න දෙයක් ගත්තොත් එහෙම අන්න එතන තමයි මේ යෙදීම පැහැදිලිව යොදන්න ඕනේ. I will have been living here since 2000 like that. Right? I will have been schooling since I was 6 years like that. Right? Sometimes we use present continuous tense, simple present tense, and going to form to denote future actions. Right? We are going to go on a trip tomorrow. Right? So going to means it's right symbolizing the future action. Okay. I am practicing after school with my teammates as we are taking part in the cricket tournament tomorrow. Right? We are taking part in the cricket tournament tomorrow. That makes sense, but it's not having that proper framework for future perfect continuous or future tense. So we are going to have. Hurry up. The train leaves in 10 minutes. I'm going to help my mother in the kitchen as soon as I finish my homework. I'm going to. That means you give the signal that that is a future action. Right? Fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verb given within brackets. You need to revise all 3 tenses to complete this activity. Right? කාලත්‍රය. Right? ගැන හොඳ අවබෝධයක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ මෙතනදී. Right? Malinti is a student. Right? එතකොට මේක වර්තමානයේ. එතකොට අපි කොහොමද මේක ලියන්නේ? Right? මෙතන අපිට ලියන්න පුළුවන් Malinti is a student. One way you can say she is in grade 11, but it is not suitable here. Why? Because they have given you a verb, study. Right? So the best answer is, right, she studies. Right? මෙතන y තියෙන හින්දා y එක අයින් වෙලා ies එකතු වෙනවා ඒකට. Sanduni clean is the verb, the classroom tomorrow. එතකොට හෙට වෙන එකක් අනාගත කාලේ. එතකොට will clean. Right? Then we go is the verb on a trip to Calania during our last school vacation. Last school vacation. Right? It's already gone. Right? So we went. Right? You can turn off the radio. I not listen to it. Right? So verb is listen and the negative. Right? So the best thing, you can turn off the radio. I am not listening to it. While I do is the verb, my homework. Right? Someone knocked the door. Why I was doing. මම ගෙදර වැඩ කර කර ඉන්නකොට කවුරු හරි ඇවිල්ලා දොරට ගැහුවා. Right? Rizwan, water is the verb. Right? So water is a noun actually, but watering is a verb. Right? So you can say water is a noun and a verb, both. Right? So there are cases like that. Right? So you say steering wheel. Right? I'll steer the car till Kandy. Right? I'm steering the car to my destination. Right? So එතන ඒක verb එකක් හැටියටත් පාවිච්චි කරලා තිනවා. එතකොට noun එකක් හැටියටත් පාවිච්චි කරලා තිනවා. එහෙම වචන තියෙන හැම වචනයක්ම හැබැයි මේ දෙන්නේ නැහැ. දෙන වචන ඔයගොල්ලෝ මතක තියාගන්න වෙනවා. right? Rizwan water the flowers at this moment. එතකොට මේ අස්පනා අපිට වෙන දෙයක්. right? එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ දාන්න ඕනේ මොකද්ද? present continuous. okay? Rizwan is watering. okay? Moving on. Right. Next one. I usually drink is the verb a cup of tea early in the morning. A cup of tea early in the morning. එතකොට මේගොල්ල ඕගලන්ට මේක සෙන්ස් එක ඉන්න ඕනේ. right? It's a daily activity that ඔයා මේක නොකඩවා මේ daily කරන සාමාන්‍ය ක්‍රියාවක්. එතකොට ඒක ඉන්නේ සාමාන්‍ය සරල ක්‍රියාවක් හැටියට. එතකොට මෙතන ඉන්නේ simple present tense. right? I usually drink a cup of tea early in the morning. right? right? How it comes. I usually drink a cup of tea early in the morning. එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මතක් වෙන්න ඕනේ මෙතන මේක කොහොමද හැදෙන්නේ? right? agents රහත් දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. I you we they he she it. එතකොට මේවා මෙතන මේ හතර plural. මේ තුන he she it singular. right? එතකොට කොහොමද මේකේ දෙන්නේ? right? මේ හතරට drink. මේ තුනට drinks. තොර drinks කිව්වහම බීම කියන එක මෙතන ඒක යෙදෙන්නේ ඒක වචන ක්‍රියාපදයක්. එතකොට ඒක වාක්‍ය වචනේ යෙදෙන තැන හැටියට ඔයගොල්ලෝ අර්ථය සකස් කරගන්න වෙනවා. right? එතකොට සමහර වෙලාවට ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා ing form. running is perfect. she is running. එතකොට ඒක her running is perfect. එතන ඒක gerund එකක්. right? එතකොට ඒ අවස්ථාව හැටියට ඔයගොල්ලෝ තේරුම හදාගන්න වෙනවා. after this trip, right? I visit Nuwara 4 times. right? after this trip. එතකොට මේක හරියටම කියන එකක් මේ ට්‍රිප් එකට පසු. එතකොට මේක කරපු දෙයක් වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. එතකොට මෙතන අපිට past tense එකෙන් ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. I visited Nuwara 4 times. එතකොට ඒක අනාගත කාලයට ගොඩාක්ම සුදුසු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. right? next one. The moon revolves around the sun. එතකොට ඒක නොකඩවා සිදුවෙන දෙයක්. අපේ ජීවිත කාලෙන් ඊට පස්සේ ඊට පෙර සිද්ධ වෙච්ච දෙයක්. right? ඒක වඩාත්ම සුදුසු වෙන්නේ මොකද්ද? ඒක නොකඩවා සිදුවෙන සරල දෙයක් කියලා ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. revolves around the sun. නැත්නම් around the sun. Mr. Pereira worked in this office for 10 years by 2024. So මේ පොත අච්චු ගහනකොට 2024 ලියලා තියෙන්නේ මෙතන. එතකොට අපි කොහොමද මේක ගන්නෙ? will have been. work in this office. කාල සීමාවක් නෙමෙයි දීලා තියෙන්නේ. right? එතකොට මෙතන අපි ගත්ත විදිහ බැලුවොත් will have been reading. එතකොට will have been. working. right? අවුරුදු 10ක් වෙනකන් එයා වැඩ කරා 20යි 24යි අයින් වෙලා ආයිද එයා ඉන්නත් පුළුවන් අයින් වෙලා යන්නත් පුළුවන්. doesn't matter. okay. activity 6. Follow the steps in the flow chart and set your goals, set your personal goals. Then talk to the class about your ambition. Include the following points in your speech. Your goal, ambition in life, right? What objects you should achieve. Your ALs at your at your OLs, at your ALs, after ALs or university level in order to achieve your goal, right? Setting up goals. Your goals are the road map that guide you and show you what is possible for your life. Les Brown, there been a poet. Right? Write an essay about your goals, ambitions, describe what they are, how you plan to achieve, how you can serve your motherland by achieving your goals. Okay? Then you will have to write an essay. Right? A short description about 150 words. Right? You will get these sort of things, questions like your question in your paper 2 in the mid. Okay. They will ask you for 100 to 150 words, right? So you need to write your essay, right? Okay, it's a writing. Writing is about your goals, ambitions, describe what they are, how you plan to achieve them, how you can serve your motherland by achieving your goals. Okay, 3 points. You should specifically say, okay, what is your goal? How you plan and achieve them? And finally, you should conclude your essay, right, that you expect to serve your motherland, right, while achieving your goal. Okay, we'll see. Right. Then your essay should be like this. It says, my biggest goal is to become a successful English teacher and improve my knowledge in business. Right? Goal. Biggest means the big goal that you have. Okay. I hope to build a better future for myself and my family. First, you develop yourself. Right? I want to become a confident කියන්නේ ආත්මවිශ්වාසයේ සහිත කියන එක. Person who can help others learn and succeed. First, you should have your knowledge rich. Unless otherwise, you can't serve others. There'll be problems. Okay? Then to achieve my goals, I study hard. And what you do to achieve your goal, how you get there. It's a key point in the essay, right? Every day and never give up when I face difficulties. Difficulties කියන්නේ දුෂ්කරතා. Right? මේ ප්‍රශ්න කොච්චර ආවත් තමුන් පසු බහින්නේ නැහැ. I read books, improve my English and learn new skills. අලුත් කුසලතා වර්ධනය කරගන්නවා. Right? I believe that patience, hard work and self-discipline are the key to success. Patience can ඉවසීම. Right? PATIENT, patient කියන්නේ ඉවසිලිවන්ත බව. Right? තව patient කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. ඒ කවුද? The patient in the hospital bed. Right? Hard work and self-discipline. තමුන්ගේ විනය, ස්වයං පාලිත විනය. Self-discipline කියන්නේ are the key to success. තමුන් මේ දේ කොහොම හරි කරන්න ඕනේ කියන හැඟීම තියෙනවා. Right? You have a daily goal and daily workload to be done. Right? And finally, week, month, year. That's how you achieve your goals. I also try to manage my time well. Time management is very important. And always keep a positive attitude. ධනාත්මක චින්තනය. Right? කොහොම හරි මේක කරන්න ඕන. Right? By achieving my goals, I can serve my motherland in many ways. As a good teacher, right, you can produce excellent results. I can help students improve their English and prepare them for a better future. English is everywhere, right? Right. When you work as a chef, at least, right, then you need to read your menu, right? Everywhere, right? I can also share my knowledge with young people and encourage them to work hard. Right? I believe that educated and skilled citizens can help develop our country and make it a better place for everyone. I believe මම විශ්වාස කරනවා මේ උගත් බුද්ධිමත් ඒ වගේම නිපුණතා සහිත skilled citizens, right? Skilled citizens here, right? Skilled citizens can help, right? Develop කියන්නේ රට වැඩි දියුණු කරනවා, සංවර්ධනය කරනවා our country and make it a better place for everyone. Right? Perfect essay. Right? Okay. Reading, writing. Read and enjoy the following point. Then do the activities that follow. Right. Victory. Jayagrahane. If you think you are beaten, right? If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think they are not, you don't. Right? Right? Beaten කියන්නේ තලලා දාලා, ගුටි කාලා කියන එක. You are. You think you dare not. Dare කියන්නේ නිර්භීතකම. නිර්භීත කියන එක. You don't. If you like to win but you think you can't. දිනන්න කැමති හැබැයි ඔයා හිතාගෙන ඉන්නවට බෑ කියලා හැම වෙලේම. Right? It's almost since you won't. Right? It always since you won't. Right? ඒ කියන්නේ ඉතින් you are almost a cinch. You won't. Right? ඒ කියන්නේ ඉතින් ඔයාට බෑම තමයි. Right? ඔයා හිම හිතනවා නම්. right? And the second verse, if you think you will lose can නැති you are lost, right? For out in the world we find success begins with the fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. අපි මොකද අපි ප්ලෑන් එකක් තියෙනවා අපි ඒකට වැඩ කරගෙන යනවා රයිට් අපි හිතාගෙන අපිට දිනන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. එතකොට ඒක හරියනවා ඊපේටම. නැතුව අපිට බෑ කිසිම ප්ලෑන් එකක් නැහැ. We can just living day by day like a junkie man, right? It's not going to work. ඒකයි මේකෙන් කියන්නේ. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. Okay? ඔයා ඉහළින් හිතාගෙන ඉන්නවා. ඔයාට පුළුවන් කියලා. You are working, you got a plan and you are working on it. Right? You've got to be sure of yourself before. ඔබට ආත්ම විශ්වාසයක් තියෙනවා. Right? ඔයාගේ හැටි, ඔයාගේ කැමැත්ත අනුව තමයි ඔයාගේ plan එක හදලා තියෙන්නේ. You can ever win the prize. හැමදාම ඔයාට දිනන්න පුළුවන් ඒ විදිහට ගියොත්. Ever කියන්නේ හැමදාම. Outclassed you are. Right? තමුන් ඉහළින් හිතාගෙන ඉන්නවා. Then you got a plan to work out and your victory is sure. ඒක තමයි මේකෙන් කියන්නේ. Life's battle don't always go to the stronger or faster man. Stronger කියන්නේ ශක්තිමත් බලවන්ත කියන්නේ. Faster කියන්නේ වේගවත්. Right? But sooner or later the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Never give up කියන එක. අතහැරලා දාන්න එපා. කොහොමරි battle කරලා එක දිනා ගන්න බලන්න. Maybe the second or the third or the fourth time. Doesn't matter. Never give up. අතාරින්න එපා කියන එක තමයි. මේකේ අර්ථය. right? එතකොට දැන් මේකේ අමාරු වචන කියලා අපිට එච්චර ලොකුවට නැහැ. Stronger, faster මම කියලා දුන්නා. Sooner ඉක්මනින් or later. Later කියන්නේ පරක්කු වෙන්න. කාලේ පොඩ්ඩක් එහෙම වෙන්න පුළුවන් but never give up. Take that challenge and try to win කියන එකයි කියන්නේ. Right? We'll see. Moving on. List all the contractions in the above poem and write the words that have been contracted. You are. You are. දැන් ඔය you are කියන එකේ ඒක අයින් කරලා අපි ඔක තනි වචනයක් කරලා තියෙනවා. දැන් මෙතන මේක මේක ගණන් ගන්නේ තනි වචනයක් හැටියට one word. This මෙතන two words. අපි මේක one word කරන්න මෙතන කමා එකක් පාවිච්චි කරලා මේ වචන දෙක මෙතන ඒක අයින් කරලා ලියනවා. ඒකයි ඔය වෙලා තියෙන්නේ, right? Answer the following questions. What will happen to you if you think you are beaten? What it says in the poem, right? Always read the poem out properly, right? Don't give generic answers or your own answers without reading it, right? So get the help of the poem to answer the questions. If you think you are beaten, what it says. If you think you are beaten, you are. එහෙනම් ඉතින් ඔයා එහෙමම තමයි. ගුටි කාලා වගේ ඉන්නවා නම් මොකද? It never says that you challenge the person that you beat you, right? What it says. If you think you lose, if you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. Right? If you like to win but think you can't, you almost think you won't. ඒක ඉතින් සහතිකයි වා ඒක කරන්නෙම නැහැ කියන එක. So what is the best answer that you can give here? So the best answer, what will happen to you if you think you are beaten? If you think you are beaten, you may lose it. right? If you think you are beaten, right, what is your answer? You will lose the battle. You will lose most probably. ගොඩක් වෙලාට ඔයා ඒක කරන්නෙම නැහැ. That's the best answer. With what does success begins? Right? Right? It දන්න හින්දා දැන් ඔයාට කියන්න පුළුවන්. With the positive attitude. It begins with the positive attitude. ඉස්සෙල්ලා ඔයා හිතන්න ඕනේ ඔයාට පුළුවන් කියලා. ඔයාට බෑ කියලා හිතාගෙන ඉන්නවා නම් ඉතින් බෑම තමයි. Okay? What you must do in order to rise in life? You dream big, plan, and keep you dream big, plan, and keep working hard to achieve it. Okay, then Lord. Right? Who can win life's battle? Who can win life's battles? Okay. So what is the best answer you can give? Who can win life's battles? Here, life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man. So what happened to in FIFA for the team with the Cristiano Ronaldo? This time he lost. Did you see his frustration on the ground? Right? Right. Next time he will work hard on it and he will win probably. Right? So those guys, they never give up. That's why they are ever heroes. Okay, but sooner or later, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. එතකොට මෙන්න මේ last two lines දෙකේ තමයි උත්තරේ තියෙන්නේ. The man who wins is the man who thinks he can. අන්න එතන තමයි අපි අල්ලගන්න ඕනේ. Why that the footballer, like he can't believe that he lost his goal. That's the thing that you should have. Who can win life's battle? Who can win life's battles? The person who thinks he really can win it. The person who thinks he really can win it. එයා ඇත්තටම එයාට දිනන්න පුළුවන් කියලා හිතනවා නම් විතරයි එයා දිනන්නේ. බෑ කියලා හිතාගත්තොත් කවදාවත් ඒක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකයි කියලා තියෙන්නේ. Write the sentence which says that you have to be confident if you want to win something. We'll see. Life's battles don't go to the stronger or faster man. But sooner or later, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can, right? The upper verse. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you ever win the prize, right? If you think you will lose, you lost. For out in the world, we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all the state of mind. Huh? Right? Write the sentence which says that you have to be confident. Confident කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? ආත්ම විශ්වාසය කියන එක මෙතන. තව එකක් තියෙනවා confidential. ඒ කියන්නේ පෞද්ගලිකයි කියන එක එතන. If you want to win something, that you have to be confident. Self awareness කියන එක මෙතන තියෙනවා. තමුන් ගැන තමුන් දැනගෙන ඉන්න. මට මේව කරන්න අමාරුයි. මට මේක ලේසි. එහෙනම් තමුන් කැමති ලේසි දේ තෝරගන්න ඕනේ. Right? So amaru දෙයක් නම් anyhow you need to achieve that you believe that you can. Right? Then start working harder. Right? That's how you work on it. Here, these are the two sentences. Actually, this is the line. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win the prize. එතකොට right මම මේ විදිහේ දේවල් මම කලින් කරලා තියෙනවා මම මේ වගේ දේවල් achieve කරලා තියෙනවා ඒකින්ද මේක ටිකක් අමාරු වුණාට මට මේක කරගන්න පුළුවන් that is the confidence you have right so එතකොට මෙන්න මේ line එක තමයි එතන එන්න ඕනේ right you've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win the prize right okay list the comparative forms of adjectives mentioned in the poem. Use them in the sentences of your own. Stronger, balavat. Arayata vada meya balavat. Compare. You compare two people, right? A is stronger than B, right? Old Mr. Ben is stronger than many other men of his age, right? ඒ කියන්නේ මිනිහා වයස වුණාට මොකද? අනිත් පොරවල් වලට වඩා මිනිහා ටිකක් ශක්තිමත් කියනවා. Maybe in mind, right? Or maybe in the strength, means muscle power. Don't know. Right? Activity 9 brain drain තව එකක් තියෙනවා brain drain කියලා right drain means බුද්ධි ගලන right departure of educated or professional people to more developed countries it's always happening in third world countries like Sri Lanka right because they got no opportunities here right the departure කියන්නේ පිටත් වීම මෙහෙන් පිටත් වෙනවා right maybe forever right they will just visit for a holiday that's it right they are based in another country that's usual right departure පිටත් වීම the airport එකට ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගියොත් තියෙන departure and arrival departure එකේ කඳුළු පෙරාගෙන අඬනවා arrival එකේ hina වෙවි පිළිගන්නවා නේද right educated කියන්නේ අධ්‍යාපනය ලැබපු professional වෘත්තීය වේදී people මිනිස්සු to more developed countries සංවර්ධිත okay Okay, then there's a passage is given. Brain drain refers to the emigration or out migration of knowledgeable, well educated, and skilled professionals from their home country to other country. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකද්ද මේ? බුද්ධිගලණය කියන්නේ මේක තමයි. Right? Right? Brain drain refers. Refers කියන්නේ කියනු ලබන්නේ කියන එක. Emigration. Right? Emigration තව එකක් තියෙනවා immigration. ආගමන විගමන. Of knowledgeable දැනුම ඇති. Well educated සුදුසුකම් ලත් අධ්‍යාපන සුදුසුකම් ලත් skilled professional skilled means හැකියාව සහිත professionals කියන්නේ වෘත්තීය වේදී from their home country ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ මව් රට to another country. There are so many people around the world, Sri Lankans, UK, USA, Australia, New Zealand, right? In the whole Europe, you will see a lot of Sri Lankans are scattered. They all are educated people, majority, right? This can take place due to several reasons. Take place several key factors. කරුණු කිහිපයක් හින්දා තමයි මේක සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ. The most obvious is the obvious කියන්නේ වඩා පැහැදිලි. Most obvious කියන්නේ වඩා පැහැදිලි. Is the availability of better job opportunities in the new country. Availability කියන්නේ සුලභ කියන එක. සුලභ බව. Of better job. Superlative, comparative, better, right? Job opportunities, well paying, better job opportunities. If you are getting paid $5,000 here, you will get more than that, right? Job opportunities in the new country. Opportunities avastava. Other factors that can cause brain drain. Brain drain include war or conflict. War කියන්නේ යුද්ධ. ගැටුම්. යුද්ධ සහ ගැටුම්. Health risk. සෞඛ්‍ය අවදානම්. And political instability. දේශපාලන අස්ථාවර භාවය. Brain drain occurs most commonly පොදු වශයෙන් ගත්තා. පොදුවේ ගත්තා when individuals leave less developed countries with fewer opportunities for career advancement. Right? අඩුවෙන් සංවර්ධනය කියන්නේ ඌන සංවර්ධිත කියන එක. Less developed countries with fewer opportunities අවස්ථාවන් අඩුයි for career advancement. රැකියා උසස් වීම. Research කියන්නේ ඔය PhD එහෙම කරන්න තොරතුරු හොයාගන්න යනවා. Right? And academic employment ඒ කියන්නේ දේශන කරන්න ඔය professor මහාචාර්යවරු ඒ වගේ අයට යන්න chance එක හම්බෙනවා. And migrate to more developed countries. Migrate කියන්නේ සංක්‍රමණය වෙනවා. To more developed countries with more opportunities. However, කොහොම වුණත් it also occurs in the movement of individuals from one developed country to another developed country. ඒක තමයි brain drain කියලා කියන්නේ. Right? ඒගොල්ලෝ එතකොට මේගොල්ලෝ educated අය, highly educated, skilled professionals. It's a lack of a country. Right. A country that experiences brain drain. Mm. Brain drain කියන්නේ මේ බුද්ධි ගලණයට මුහුණ පා ඇති කියන එක experiences. මුහුණ පා කියන එක මෙතන තියෙනවා. Faces many problems. මේක රටකට ඇත්තටම ප්‍රශ්න ඇති කරන දෙයක්. In less developed countries, this phenomenon is much more common and the loss is much more substantial. මේක ඇත්තටම substantial කියන්නේ සැලකිය යුතු මට්ටමකින් තියෙනවා කියන එක. How bad is the country? How the living conditions are bad, poor, how the country is poor, how bad how hard to find a job opportunity, right? So it depends on so many factors, right? There can be an economic loss for the country as educated economic loss. ආර්ථික හානියක් වෙනවා. ඇයි? Right? Because people pay taxes for them to educate them, right? Then finally, they are serving for another nation, right? As educated professionals leave for better salaries elsewhere. Then if you work abroad, you will get tenfold salary when you convert it into your own currency in rupees, right? So that's a reason, right? Salaries elsewhere. In addition, the development of the country is affected when most of the educated individuals do not use their knowledge for the benefit of their own country. Right? You have your education and then you get matured here and then you go and serve for another country. Right? Then your mother country is incurring a loss. That is what is happening to Sri Lanka. And Sri Lanka, India, and majority of the third world countries. The loss that occurs in more developed countries is not felt much because these countries generally කියන්නේ පොදු වශයෙන් occurs කියන්නේ ඇති වෙනවා පෙනී හිටිනවා කියන එක. Generally. An emigration of these educated professionals along with an immigration of other educated professionals. Right? එතකොට then UK, USA වගේ pretty much majority of the educated professionals are trying to enter and win their job market and compete with their job market. Okay, so that is a plus for a country, right? It's good for a country. There are many things on governments can do to combat brain drain. Combat කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? මේක win කරන්න සටන් කරනවා කියන එක. Combat. If there is an increase in job advancement opportunities, රැකියාවේ උසස් වීම ගන්න පහසු කරනවා නම් ඒක ඉතින් ලේසි දෙයක් නෙමෙයි, right? So you need to develop the country and research currency එකේ value එක වැඩි වෙන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම වෙන්න කියන්නේ there's an increased demand for the currency of the country, right? And research opportunities උත් තියෙන්න ඕනේ in one's own country. We can reduce the brain drain, right? The process is difficult and it takes time to establish these sorts of difficult facilities and opportunities, right? Facilities කියන්නේ පහසුකම්. Opportunities කියන්නේ අවස්ථා. Job opportunities කියන්නේ. But it is possible and becoming increasingly necessary. මේක කරන්න පුළුවන් බැරි නැහැ. හැකි කියන එක possible and becoming increasingly necessary, right? මේක අඩුව වශයෙන් මේක වැඩි වෙමින්වත් පවතිනවා නම් රටක, right? They will have hopes because all the people they like to stay in their motherland, right? So as the last resort they select another country which is better than the motherland, right? If we encourage highly skilled workers to serve their own country, they will not seek better opportunities elsewhere. කියන්නේ වෙන කොහේ හරි elsewhere කියන්නේ වෙන කොහේ හෝ කියන එක. Right? Right? Adapted from article by Jessia Capillo, Geography Intern. Okay, මේ intern student කෙනෙක්ගෙන් ගත්තු article එකක් තමයි මේ දාලා තියෙන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට. Right? Then a matching question is given. Okay. Match the following words taken from the passage with their synonym. Synonyms කියන්නේ මොනවද? සමාන පද. මේකට තවත් මේක විරුද්ධ වචනේ antonyms. Antonyms කියන්නේ විරුද්ධ පද. Right? Opportunities. Opportunities කියන්නේ අවස්ථා. Obvious කියන්නේ ඉතා පැහැදිලි කියන එක. Career රැකියාව. Benefit වාසිය. ලාභ ප්‍රයෝජන. Salaries පඩිය කියන එක. රැකියාවකින් ගන්න. Substantial ප්‍රමාණවත්. Combat සටන් කිරීම. Advancement උසස් වීම. Phenomenon කියන්නේ මේ තත්ත්වය කියන එක. Instability අස්ථාවර භාවය. Advantage වාසිය. Insecurity අනාරක්ෂිත බව. Why these people are leaving? Because they feel insecure in their motherland. That's why. Their job opportunities are at risk. Their jobs are at risk when there is an economic recession. When the currency is going down every day, what is happening? Their jobs are at a major risk, especially if it's a high-paying job. Considerable සැලකිය යුතු. Chances අවස්ථා. Fight කියන්නේ සටන් කිරීම. Wages වැටුප්. Job රැකියාව. Clear පැහැදිලි. Progress දියුණුව. Occurrence මතුවීම නැත්නම් පෙනී සිටීම කියන එක. Okay. Right. Opportunities. Chances. Right. And then obvious. පැහැදිලි. Clear කියන එක. Career job. Right. Benefit වාසිය. Chances, job, clear, progress. Advantage, benefit. Salaries, wage. Ramai, if you think in the subject commerce, right, there's a small difference in between the salary and the wage, but I'm not going to explain it here. ඉතික අතර පොඩි වෙනසක් තියෙනවා. ඒක මම මෙතන එච්චර පැහැදිලි කරන්න යන්නේ නැහැ. Right? The labor kit wages are highly paying employee he's getting a salary at the end of the month. Okay. Substantial ප්‍රමාණවත් කියන එක. අවතන ගන්න වෙන්නේ considerable කියන එක. Combat fight. Right? Advancement, progress. Right? Instability, insecurity, pretty much the same. Okay, phenomenon occurrence. Okay, this is how you do it. Read the passage and answer the questions. What is brain drain? Okay, read it out again. What is brain drain? Right? Brain drain refers to the emigration of knowledgeable, well educated, and skilled professionals from their home country to another country. Hmm, this is what you write. කොහොම ලිව්වත් ගැටලුවක් නැහැ. Okay. What is brain drain? Refers මෙතන අපි ගන්න ඕනේ it refers කියලා. Right? මේකට add කරගන්න refers කියන එකට it කියලා. Capital I. It refers to the immigration, out migration of knowledgeable, well educated, and skilled professionals from their home country to another country. Okay, right? What is the most obvious reason for it?